Residential School Siliguri. Today we have started a new segment which is called Student Speak, and in this segment we are going to cover a very interesting topic, and for now we are going to interact with the student regarding a hot burning topic, that is election, which is happening, and we are almost on a fourth phase of the election, and we are just going to have a viewpoint from the student who are actually the future of this nation. They are the one who are going to save the democracy, because they are soon going to be on the age when they will be voting. So we will just have the opinion regarding election, why it is important, and some history and how they see themselves, where democracy is going. So these are the questions we are going to cover on this segment. And so first of all, girls, welcome. Thank you so much for taking a time out. You must have prepared well. So my first question to you is, see, election is part of a celebration of democracy. India is a mother of democracy. That's what we see, right? So how important it is election in terms of saving the democracy? So I'll pass on this mic to Isha to answer this question.
Of the people, for the people, and by the people. The very first words of our preamble. It says, it solely represents that India is a democratic country. And a democratic country like India, with its richness in diversity and culture, and people from different backgrounds, linguistic differences, all unite together and live as one nation. In a country like this, it's very important for people like you and me to cast their vote to elect their representative. And this not only gives the control to exercise our control over the executive, but also gives us a chance to represent our preferences in the political platform. And in a country like India, sir, it's very important for people to cast their vote. They think that voting might not be important, or my vote does not count, but it actually makes a very big difference in how the constitution is interpreted. So to anyone who is watching this, it's my request that you come out of your house and play your duty as a citizen of India and cast your vote. Thank you.
So just now we had a wonderful answer, a very precise answer from Isha. Now moving on to Donna. Donna, my next question to you is, I'll quote the Constitution, that is Article 326, which gives us the guarantee of universal adult franchise. But what I see, and you must have noticed as well, at present situation, the vote turnout percentage is very less, and in media also this time around we have heard the vote turnout percentage was very less. What could be the reason behind it? And attaching the same on the same length, I would add one more question. If you are to vote, I'm sure in next few years or in coming 2-3 years you would also be eligible to vote, cast your vote. What would be the factor you look for the candidate before you cast your vote?
Thank you, sir, for this opportunity. First of all, I would like to say that the teenagers or the people, those who are not turning out, maybe there are different reasons. First of all, maybe they want to see a change in the Indian democracy. They want to see changes in education facilities or in health issues and all. And as a woman, I would say that the woman's safety is not even being considered as a fact. It's a very, very important point for women's safety. And when it comes to me, that when I'll go to vote, what factors I would see? I would definitely see some developmental changes which we want in the country, and then we want some educational changes. It's not that educational is for everyone. Few houses are there where women still don't get education. And first, the most important point, that is the women's safety. Women are not safe. They cannot go after 9 at least. Some or the other misbehavior is happening to women. There are many cases still now coming up, even after so much things are done. We need more safeties and all.
Yes, absolutely.
And health care, many where there are not proper medicines or proper sanitation is not provided for health. In many hospitals there are not even proper doctors. So that changes are always needed.
Right.
And the people those who are not going for vote, they want to see those changes. And most of the percentage which we see are the women that are not going practically because of the safety reasons.
Absolutely. Very good, Donna.
And I would say that if these are changes, people will go to vote for that.
Right. Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Donna. So, thank you so much, Donna, for such a wonderful answer. Because whatever she, put up forward, it's absolutely glaring structural changes, or one of the most burning topic, which definitely we need changes, and hopefully the government or our democracy will do it. Because at present, the India is looking very strong. Our democracy is looking very strong. The economy is going wonderful. And regarding this, of course, the present is going wonderful. The future is looking bright, but we need to know about the history, right? So in this regard, I'll just ask to Rishitama. Rishitama, just brief us about the history of this election system and women representation, which is a very important topic. So I'll hand it over to you. Could you brief us about the history?
Thank you for this opportunity, sir. So I would like to say that as you know that we got independence after so much, it took a lot of time. So, and our leaders want to make our country a democratic country. Right. So they decided to have an general election for the first time. And that time they saw that they noticed that most of there were somewhere 40 women. They were just recognized as someone's wife or someone's daughter. Their name was not mentioned in that. So the election commissioners decided to revisit the entire electing polls, and if necessary they will delete the names who were dead. It's not necessary to keep people's name. Yeah. And that time they also saw that the India had a population of 17 crore in that period of time, where 15% of the person were illiterate. Okay. And as in an illiterate and poor country, conducting such a big step is everybody thought it was a impossible task and a huge mistake. But later our leaders proved it. It was hard work. They proved it was not a wrong choice or something. And now we can see how developed our country is.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Regarding women representation, what do you have to say? Do we see some changes?
So of course we do some changes. By the census of 2021, we can see 900 million people voted, and out of that both males and females were voted in that. So of course there are changes. Even B.R. Ambedkar, our father of constitution, also did a lot of things. He enshrined in the constitution that women rights are necessary in 1950. And of course we can see women taking active participation in women have seats most of the seats in both the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha.
It's reserved, women representation.
So as you know, B.R. Ambedkar also enshrined in our constitution in 1950 that women's rights, he mentioned the women's rights now. And there are many advocates who advocated it, like Sir J. Naidu, one of them. And so we can now see the development is happening. There is no discrimination in genders. Both men and female are considered equally. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rishitama, for this wonderful answer, and I understand the concern. Absolutely, being a woman representation is something they are going to focus more on it, and definitely these are the changes which every woman wants to see. And as she said, the changes are happening slowly, steadily, and which brings to my last question. This is a very a logical question, I would say, because as a student, you must have imagined yourself or put up yourself in some places after 5 years where you want to see yourself, okay? But I just want to go away from that question and want to ask you one thing. Now, if you get a chance to elect yourself, or let's say you become a representative, okay? Let's not go into the extent of becoming a prime minister. Let's talk about being a representative of your area. What changes would you like to bring, or what are the things that you think you'll do from your end?
So from my end, I would like some educational changes. Now it has been the change, till 14 years it's compulsory education and free education. So not only why 14 years, it has to be till class 12 at the end, because now class 12 degree is needed. So I would like that to change the educational policies, that at least up to 18 the education should be continued, so that they have the minimum degree to at least get a financial jobs and all.
Right. And Rishitama?
So I would like to say, though we know we have women reservation in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, then we can increase more amount of seats for women and both in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha.
There you have it. We had a wonderful short conversation on a hot burning topic, that is election, which is happening in India for now. And we would like to thank all the three candidates, that is Rishitama, Dona, and Isha, a wonderful student from class 12 arts. And definitely we have a conceptual, subjective answer from each one of them. They had their own point of view, and hopefully the nation will listen to them, because they are the future. And in coming days, we are going to bring such activities more in front of you. So stay tuned, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you.